Hello. In this video, we are going to start challenge 3, which is to get an enemy into our game. All right, so a couple hints with how to do that and what we're really looking for. So we're going to use it inside this level configuration here. So we're going to define here where that enemy is going to be, because eventually I might want to put a whole lot of them in there. So we're going to have to figure out some kind of a letter to use here, and then define it in the level configuration, in the level config. So right now I'm defining what W does. It returns this list of things that are called walls and all that. So we're going to do something very similar to what we did with W. And we get that in the level because that's what shows up in our little tile map here. So that will give us the enemy. So we can kind of call just having it spawn in being challenge 3, 1, and then we'd want to kind of go on from there. But let's just kind of stick with that for now. All right. So then actually coming up with the enemy, what is it going to look like? So we can take a look at this image file here. So this is when we did load sprite atlas, we're getting these images that are in this file here. All right, so that's all the data we get to work with. And I'll show you the next place of where it really defines where they're at. So I would like to, I got my picture in the way here. I would like to get this guy right here. I think we came up with the name Roomba for this guy. All right, so I want to get this guy over here somehow. So we got to figure out the location of them and figure out where to start and pull everything. All right, and the place we do that is in this atlas.json file. The atlas.json is what actually defines the names of these sprites that are used in our game here. So why is this sprite even called hero? It's because of the name that's right there. Now we came up with a JavaScript variable name called player for the whole object that is our player, the thing that jumps and moves and all that. But as far as just the sprite data goes, it's just called hero. I could change that, and I could change that right here. So that's where we're getting these names from. And it defines all the animation stuff. Kaboom understands how to do this kind of stuff here. So it's mostly coming down to the X and Y position. Where are these sprites located in this file? We get the little dinosaur guy that we do because it's looking at the X position 128 and the Y position 196. It's looking over a little bit and then it's looking down 196. So that's why we get to this location right here. And it has a certain width, and we can figure out through there. So that's the same thing with ogre. It has a different X and Y position. Why we get the chest and all of these different sprites that are already predefined, then we can just add more to them. So that is your main process of how to do that. Those are your hints on how to get the enemy in, and we're going to try to go for this little guy over here. Now, it might be easier to start with, one of the big guys based on ogre. So we could try to get that player in there, but I'm gonna go for this little guy over here. So try to actually get it into the level, but we have to work in this sprite atlas as well.